My number 7 is finally a Modern Warfare 2019 Game of the Year Edition weapon, is the MP7.
MP7.
Now, this is definitely not the best SMG in Modern Warfare at all, but to me, it's the most fun to use. It's one of those things. It looks really good. It sounds fantastic, especially with the suppressor on. The reload looks fucking great. I don't know what it is, dude. Like,
amazing irons.
What? Yeah, just great. Well, actually, it took me a while to get used to the irons. I actually ran an optic on it for a while,
That's
and then
weird.
I realized I needed that extra slot because I feel like it does need 5 attachments, so I got rid of that. But I don't know, dude. It hip fires so well. It's one of the best hip firing SMGs. It seems like it does great at range because there's no recoil. It doesn't do the most damage every shot, but it's just a solid, if you're in a pinch, it'll get those kills at long range, and it'll also just shred people up close, unless they're using, an MP5. But yeah, dude, it's just a great fucking gun. And I know you really like it too.
Yes, I do. So the MP7 for me is easily my favorite gun in MW 2019, for sure.
Yeah.
60 round mags, really high fire rate. But the main reason there's two main reasons it's so fun. Number one, very extremely mobile. It's like a tiny little gun.
Yes.
So your ADS speed by default, really fast. Sprint out by default, really fast. Your movement speed by default, really fast. And you can even crank those up if you want to with attachments. But the main reason is it has no recoil.
No.
So even though the damage range is shit, it's no problem to track someone really far away with an MP7. And because the fire rate is so high, even if you're only doing 10 damage per bullet, you can easily land 10 bullets to get a kill. And it happens really fast because the fire rate is so high. So it just it's just an actual laser beam. Like, there's no recoil whatsoever. And that makes it just makes using it just deeply satisfying and like simple. Like a lot of like if I use an SMG in Warzone and we're like storming a building and someone's running away or something, I don't need extra variables like accounting for recoil. Like it's stressful, I'm panicking. Well, I can rely on my MP7. It's not going to fuck up. I'm not going to have to put up with any recoil ever. So all you have to think about is aiming, like just tracking as if you're playing an aim tracker because there's no recoil. And that makes it so fucking fun to use. But I agree with you that it's definitely not the best SMG overall in this game, but it's definitely my favorite to use for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing that you're saying is it is very easy to track people at range because of the recoil pattern. Like, I don't think there's another SMG in Modern Warfare that has that low of recoil where you can beam people from that range. There's not, huh?
No, not almost.
Everything else has way more.
Yeah.
So
like the P90 is pretty low recoil, but not MP7 level.
You can't do that damage at range that like an MP7 can.
Yeah, exactly.
So, really fun gun to use.
Yeah, I fucking love it. So now we're in the top three territory.
Ooh.
Only one of these is not an overlap. I'm actually shocked by this, but we'll get into it. So my number 3 we've talked about already, the good old MP7. For pretty much all the reasons we said earlier. It's my favorite gun in MW 2019, and it's again one of my top 3 favorite guns of all time. It's not overpowered, but it's just extremely well done. Like, no recoil, super fun to use, super high mobility, thick, big magazine. It can get you kills really easily and reliably up close. It can also get you kills quite far away for the reasons I was going over. So MP7's just, I love that gun. I love that gun. But
so fun to use.
Yeah, I've pretty much said my my piece on this. So
it's like it's a good gun when people use it in Warzone. They use it in 6v6. They use it in ground war. Like, I don't know if other people do, but I do. I'll use it in all of those things, and it works for everything. You know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I still think it's an underused weapon, but it is very versatile.
Agreed. 1000% agreed.